Konnichiwa! Saikin do desu ka? I'm Robbie.
I'm Ollie.
And today we hit the road on
Tokyo Highway.
Tokyo Highway, a 2 to 4 player dexterity game that will leave your hands shaking and your nerves breaking as you build a twisting, multi-layered highway that no sane person would travel on. So come along with us.
Don't worry, we'll teach you the rules along the way.
Watashi to kite.
See you soon. Tadaima!
And you'll see that we've got it set up for a 2-player game here. So for setup, you have one pillar, you have one road, and then you put a car on it. Now, the pillars for setup are set approximately one road width apart, with it going just about to the middle. And then for a 3-player game, you'll have them spread out one road width apart in a diamond, and then for a 4-player game in a square, one road width apart from each one. We've got our parts over here. For 2 players, we have 30 pillars. We have 15 of the roads, 3 yellow pillars, which we'll explain as we go along. Those are junctions. And then 10 cars, but obviously we have 1 pillar, road, and car set up already. Once we use up all 10 of our cars, that's it. That's the winner of the game. We are ready to go. Ollie's going to go first. So you can set up 1 road, as many, your pillars, those are mine.
Nah, pillar
That's right.
stealer.
Pillar stealer, that's right. So now he has to go either 1 above or 1 below what the level is currently. And you can't, if he were to go 1 below, then he would be taking it to an exit. And that would be basically the end of the game for him at that point. So he's going to go with 2 pillars. You score by getting it over or under the opponent's road. You might want to get that a little bit better. That needs to be a little more on. It needs to come up this way a little bit. That needs to be a little more on. Alright, and there you go. So he's basically opened a door for me. If I use a yellow junction, I can use as many pillars as I want. I don't have to go 1 pillar more or 1 pillar less than the previous connecting. Plus, I can build 2 roads off of it. So what I'm going to do is, so I can get over this road, I'm going to use 3 pillars, and I'm going to put one of my 3 junctions on there. So if I wanted to, I could take this all the way up to 5, 6, whatever I wanted to do. It starts getting pretty unstable there, and you got to worry about how much it's tilting. The yellow one does have to have at least 1 gray pillar underneath it. So that's still going to bring it up a bit, but I'll figure out just exactly where we're going.
Well, and also you need to be careful not to drop the thing, or...
Yeah, if I drop it and knock his road over, he gets 1 pillar for everything I knock over. Car, pillars, or roads. So if I drop this and all I do is knock that road down, then he gets 1 pillar. We actually have been playing, and we're just going to do that this time too. We're not counting cars in that, so strictly it will only be pillars and roads for us. So it's just strictly roads and pillars. You have tweezers that you can use to put these on. It's actually kind of nice to do that with cars. I can put it anywhere I want. If I want to try to block him from putting a road over it at some certain point that it looks like he's going to try, then I can do that. And there we go. So I got 1 road. My road went over his, and I get a car for that. Now, if he turns around and puts a road over mine, then like he's doing right now, then he will get a car for that. Just trying not to bump it around. Once more, it has to be 1 level above or below. He has 2, so he has to either go with 3 pillars or 2, or 1, I mean. He's going with 3. He's got the shaky hands, though. Shaky hands. You can mess with it as much as you want to try to get stuff situated.
You can't fix it when...
You better focus. Alright, so there's a case where he dropped my car off. Alright, hold up. We gotta put my... Okay, nope, you're good. There you go. He got it on there. There's a case where he knocked my car off. Technically, I would get a pillar for that, but we're not going to worry about it. Like I said, we're playing where cars don't count. So giving it a little bit of leeway there. Oh, there you go.
And somebody's hand is shaking too.
Yeah, mine is shaking a little bit also, so It's a good game it's a good dexterity game, actually.
And a building game.
Mm-hmm. The designs on them are pretty cool once you get them done. Don't mess with it too much. Don't mess with it too much. There. Problem is you start messing with it trying to get your car perfect, and the next thing you know, you're throwing stuff all over the place. That usually is what happens to us. Alright, so I'm 3 up. I'm going to build one off, and then I can later build another one off. But I'm going to go over this road here. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go with, I have 3 pillars. I'm going to go with 2 pillars here. And come down this way. Now I cannot build it over his pillar. So nor can I place a road or a pillar underneath another road. Whoops, I was talking. Alright, I would not worry about it at this point. And we'll just start messing it up. So these things will start moving around. We will play where we can try to fix them or correct them, but you also have to be careful. Whenever you start correcting stuff or trying to correct stuff on these, you just start knocking stuff over. And that is the only drawback, is things kind of come to a screeching halt at that point, is you have to rebuild them and put them back where they go. I would not keep my elbow on that, by the way. Just in case. Alright, so now I went over this road here, even though it's an on-ramp, and I will place a car. So there we go. And you will, like he did here, you can place roads where you don't get any cars out of it. So I've got 3 cars, he's got 2. He's circling back now. He's going from 3 to 2. If you need to stand, move around, it makes it a little harder with all the cameras we have. So we can't move around too much, but if you need to stand and move around, we do allow that. And generally, we'd be sitting straight across from each other. One of us would be over here, one of us would be over there where Ollie is. But we have a camera over on this side, so there you go. There you go. That's it. I would just leave it. I would just leave it. All right. So there he goes. He came back across, went over this road. He went from 3 pillars to 2. Now I'm not going to be able to make a play on anything, but I can get myself into position. So here's what I'm going to do.
You need to be careful to make sure you don't knock down anything.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to on this time because I'm not going over anything. But I got 2 pillars here, so I'm going to go up. Yeah, potentially. If
that falls down, everything's going to fall
Which is right, because as I'm doing this section, I could actually bump this and knock this road over.
And knock that road and cause chaos.
It causes quite the chain reaction. Like that San Francisco earthquake. What was it? 1988? 89, I think. 89. Where all those overpasses came down.
That was probably scary.
Yeah, I imagine. I saw it on TV. I've only been in 2 earthquakes when I lived in Seattle, and that was enough for me. It didn't knock a bunch of stuff around, but I was in a 3rd floor apartment building.
Which actually would be pretty scary, I'll admit, because, like, that 3-story thing could just go flying off.
Yeah, it was scary, especially once I realized what was going on, but it only lasted 20 or 30 seconds, but tell you what, I don't miss the earthquake potential. We don't really get them around here. Alright, so I just went from 2 to 3. I don't get any roads out of that, but I'm setting myself up to where essentially I can pop over both of his roads. I could actually I can't go under these. And the reason why I can't go under these is there's already a road underneath them, so I cannot go under it to get points in that case. But I can go over it. It's your turn, Ollie. So he's backtracking around.
Junction.
Okay, so he's going to do a junction. So since he's using a junction, he can go to the same level. So he's going from 2 to 2. He's probably setting up where he can build an exit. An exit, I kind of briefly mentioned it. If you go from 1 down to the tabletop, you get a car for that. That's called an exit. But you can't build off of that, so you need to build a junction somewhere where you've got another road that's going. You don't play with it too much. There you go. So he's going back. He doesn't get any points for this road or a car for this road because he has already gone over it once. We're using a 2 foot by 2 foot table section of our usual table,
which
and
is
that's
just
about one table section, but it's just about the right size for a 2-player game. You might want something a little bigger for a 3 or 4 player game.
Speaking of the other table, the other table's right here.
Yeah. Yeah, we separated it off to place our parts on. Oh, did you take one of mine? Oh man, there he goes again. I gotta be watching you. Are you taking my pillars too? I get the feeling you've taken my pillars also, because you're only missing.
No, you've already been building.
Stop! You're only you only took 15, 20. Okay, no, I think that's about right.
You like been building like
yeah,
time.
That's about right. I have been. All right, I'm just making sure. Ollie does have a tendency to take my roads and pillars, so I gotta remember to keep an eye. If you see him doing that, you let me know. So I gotta keep him in line. So here I am. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna go from a 3 to a 4.
Your car doesn't launch off.
Yeah. Yeah, I did launch one with the tweezers one day. Pretty good. Oh, I bumped that a little bit, so I'm just gonna fix it. All right, so I'm going from 3 to 4 here to go over both of his roads. You'll see here too that I did not build the road over this pillar section. I cannot. If you look at it above and it's even encroaching a little bit on that pillar section, you can't build there. Now, I am going over 2 roads here, so I will actually get 2 cars that I get to lay on that.
Not good.
So supposedly when they built the highways in Tokyo, they were just putting it wherever they could or wherever they could find cheap land. And it just created a monstrosity of
chaos.
Multi-layered roads.
Multi-layered roads and craziness.
Yep. So that's what this is kind of based off of. All right, so there we go. I went over 2 roads. I get 2 cars. I've got 5 cars left.
Okay.
Ollie's turn now.
Now we'll get in position to build an exit.
All right, keep your arm up though. Watch where you're going. So he'll be able to build 2 sections off of that. Watch. Okay, there you go. Oh. Really be careful on that yellow one. I'm not bumping it too much. All right, so he's going with that. He's trying to build an exit. You might want to try circling around to get some of my roads here, because I'm going to start flying through this up now. Question is, which way do I actually want to go right now? Let me wait and see just what he's going to do first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a road off of this section. I'm going to come back this way. I'm going to try to very carefully put this right in there. I've got just enough room on this pillar. You can set it up as long as it sits on the pillar. It could sit on top of one of the roads. It could sit next to one of the roads, like he's got here, like I'm doing here. As long as it's sitting up there, you're good to go. Just the biggest thing is be careful about how precariously you place it, thereby making it easier for it all to fall down. So I'm just going to bring this road off this way. I'll let you drop. Hold up. It's right under your seat, literally right under your seat. Do not bump the table. Watch what you're doing.
It's like right under.
Yeah, it's literally right under your seat. So just watch the table when you come back up. We already did one shot through, so, and we bumped the table once and everything came crashing down.
Which was
so
his.
now Ollie's coming back that way. Watch what you're doing. You might want to try to fix that just a little bit. I'll let you fix that. No, right there. Just try to, without bumping everything. There you go. All right, so he's bringing that back. I'm not sure if he's going to try to build well, he's talking about building an exit one way or another. But he actually brought this back. I'm glad I waited, because now I can skippity-skip right over that. Although, I may not have room. I do have, I might have room. I might barely have room, and I do barely have room. But I'll be at the edge of the table, and I'll have to circle back around. But I can build a three-layered highway over there. The 3 pillars. I'm at 4 here. I have to build it at 3. All right, so I'm going to move a little bit and try not to bump the table in the process, so I can see this from above. See exactly what I'm doing and make sure as well that I am not going over. Whoa. Whoa. Ollie's trying to mess me up. But I got it. So I went from a 4-pillar to a 3-pillar. I went over 2 roads.
I'm not trying to mess you up.
What are you doing?
You fell for it.
What?
I was actually not going to build an exit. It was
That's
actually
all right.
going to come over there.
That's alright. I just got 2 cars, and I only have 3 cars left. So, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. So I went over this road and that road, so I get 2 cars again. I'm down to 3 cars. Ollie's going to have to start making up some time here. So he's coming back over. He's bringing that back up to 2. He's got enough time to start making back. If he can jump over here and start running over some of my roads, he can get some of it back. Once you run out of parts, that's the end of the game. That's the other thing. You have to be careful about how you're utilizing your resources. I could circle back now. I'm going to hold off for just a minute, and I'm going to continue this way with 1. Although I'm starting to run a little bit dangerously low on stuff.
Danger.
But I can't get that,
Danger.
that, and that. I've already gone over all of that. I should have circled this guy back around now that I think about it, just so I could jump on whatever he's doing over here. But for now, I'm just going to bring this way. Because I may set up an exit myself. If I'm down to 1 car, I can just toss in an exit, and that's the end of the game. And I need to be careful what I'm doing there.
Because if that goes down,
there we go.
All those things are going down.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to start going down. Especially this guy's really precarious. Watch your hand there, because really watch your hand. Alright, so he's going to try to come in underneath. You sure about that, man?
Why?
Because if you come in above, you can start going through all of these. Or not this one you already got, but if you come from above, you can jump that one, you can come over here and start jumping these. So if you run like a 3 over here, somewhere like right down in here. Alright, so be careful. Oh. Alright, so here we go where we have to take our time to sort this out. So I've got that road there. I've got that road there. I will now actually, because both of those roads were mine, I will actually get 2 pillars. So Ollie's going to take 2 pillars, put them up on mine. Once more, we're not counting the cars. And if you knock your own roads down and pillars and cars and stuff, that doesn't matter. Okay, so that's okay. Try to remember best as I can where that was. Oh, I didn't get a car for that. I didn't have a car for that. My bad. That's right. We had 2 over here. 1, 2. Alright, so he's going to try again. Keep your hands up. And really watch where you're at. Alright, he just knocked another one down, so I will get another pillar. Hold up. Hold up. Let me get this in there. Okay, you got it. You got it. No, yeah, we'll just let that go. Alright, so did you give me another pillar?
Yeah.
Okay, so he gave me another pillar. You better not be taken from my pillars.
Nope, we got it.
Better not be. Alright, so he'll get 1. He'll get 1 car for that. Alright. There you go, that's good. Alright, so he just went over, he gets 1 car. Now he's set up where basically he can come over this one and zigzag back to come over these and try to gain some ground on me. I only have 3 cars left though, so now that I know where he's going over there, I am going to cut back over here. I'm going to go from 3 pillars to 2 pillars. Maybe I'll use a junction. And we'll actually just keep it the same level for now. I think I will. And I can split it off. So I'm going to use a junction so I can go from 3 to 3 and keep it at the same level. I got to watch it though. I've only got 5 roads left, so I got to pay attention to what I'm doing.
Now it's 4.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's 4 after I run this one out here. But I'm going to get a car for this. Alright. Just don't. I'll get it. I felt it hit my foot. I'll get it. So that we're not hitting the table. Ollie.
Don't worry. You didn't hit anything.
Okay. Alright, so I get a car for that. I would just hold on to that thing. As I will get one car here for going over this road as I'm cutting back, and I'm going to try not to hit the table as I sit back down.
Bing!
Alright, and now it is Ollie's turn. I've got 2 cars left. Ollie has 6 cars left. But he's going to try to...
go to exit right now.
Alright.
Wait, I can block.
Well, you realize if you do that now that I can just pop over you and get something there.
Wait.
Alright, so Ollie's going to go ahead. What?
You can't.
Yeah, well, I might be able to run something there. I'm not worried about it. I've got what I need over there, so I wouldn't even worry about it. So now he's building an exit, so this road will end. He can't build off of this anymore, but he still has his road over here that he can build off of. Alright, so he's going to walk around to just do it, then I don't blame him.
I'm down glasses.
The other thing, yeah, my reading glasses. See, and that's where the other thing we have to do is walking around is... It's a dexterity course just to get around the cameras. Alright, so he threw his car up here, he's got his exit, he gets a car for that. I can build an exit off this to get a car. And now it is my turn. So, I've got 2 cars left, so this game is actually almost over because I'm going to come across here.
Unless you lose all your pillars from this fall.
Well, yeah, I don't want to bump anything, that's for sure. So I'm going to come across here. I'm going to go from 3 to 2. I try not to knock this stuff over. Alright, this is the first game. Oh man, I don't want to curse it, but this is the first game we haven't knocked everything over. We played a bunch of games, and I gotta admit, this is a game that I bought from Boardlandia. It was $15 when I was buying some other games, and I just did it as a throw-in. And we finally broke it out last week and started playing it. That's why we decided to go ahead and do a video of it real quick before heading back into the Alien videos. Alright, so, whoa. Alright, so we went from 3 to 2. And there we go. I went over that road. I got a car. I've got 1 car left. So Ollie's going to come across. I assume he's going to build a 4-pillar road to try to come across my road here.
Measuring.
You're going to have to take it farther than that. Alright, steady hands are needed here. Very steady hands. Actually, Ollie's gotten better at this. His hands still shake a little bit. Alright, so hold up. Hold up.
There's a car.
Hold up.
There's just a car.
He didn't actually knock my road over. So we're not going to worry about it. We're going to get it reset a little bit. And we'll go ahead and put the car back up. We'll just put the car back up. Technically, the person who knocks stuff over is supposed to put everything back up, but we don't worry about it. We just kind of help each other with that. But he did not knock the road off, so that's good. Normally, once more, he knocked my car off, so he would have gotten a pillar, or I would have gotten a pillar for that. So he's going to try to get that in there. And there he goes. Alright, he got that on. So he's going to get a car for going over this road here.
Actually, it's probably the closest game I have of winning.
It is. Well, it's definitely the first time we haven't knocked a bunch of stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
Usually we have to spend like 5 minutes. We'll spend 5 minutes trying to put stuff back together. That's the only thing.
Actually,
the only knock I have. What's that?
The video that we did that did not work out that well, we started knocking things like crazy.
Yeah, we knocked stuff all over the place. And then there were issues with the video anyway. I was going to try to use it, but some of the couple of the cameras weren't set up right.
Oh, and this guy kept on falling asleep.
Yeah,
that guy.
Well, we tried shooting the ZV-1 in 4K, and that didn't work out because it overheated. So, I got to be honest, Sony, I'm not 100% on your ZV-1. At least not for using as a gaming camera. Maybe for other stuff. Alright, so I've only got 1 left.
And now you can build that exit and then game mode.
I could try to get fancy and just do it over here, but I think I'm just going to end the game. I'm going to show you what, this is what you really want to save your exit ramps for, is to finish the game off. So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to drop that right there. I get tweezers to make sure I don't knock anything over. This is an exit ramp, so I can throw a car on it. And we are a done deal there. So there you go. I win the game. Ollie had 4 cars left. But that is Tokyo Highway. So it's a dexterity building game, basically. You know, what I refer to it as a cross between
Jenga.
Yeah, backwards Jenga. It's kind of like a cross between Jenga, Operation, and then a game I used to play with my dad when I was Ollie's age. Blockhead. Yeah, where you used to just build blocks in precarious ways. All right. So one of the things that's awesome about this game is what when you're done.
It looks.
Yeah, to actually sit there and look at it. Honestly, we'll finish a game and we'll just leave it set up until we play another game. Just because it's actually kind of neat to look at the different designs that you get out of it. And I got to imagine if you're playing with 3 or 4 players, you really get some crazy designs out of it. Alright, so that's Tokyo Highway. Knuckles, Wonder Twin Powers activate. I'm Robbie.
I'm Ollie.
And we'll catch you next time. Matane. Alright, that's it.